Welcome to Sabs podcast. I'm your host, Sabrina Salvati. All right, guys, you know how we do this. We start off with a Q&A question, and then we get into today's news. So today's question is, how do you feel about electoral politics? Ooh, that's a good one. Um, for me, I was really passionate about electoral politics when Bernie was running, and then I saw how the DNC treated him both times. And then I was passionate about the squad. And then I think the squad for me has been a really big disappointment. So at this point in my life, I don't feel too good about it. I think there are other ways to get things done in this country without relying on politicians. And that's what I'm about. That's what Fred Hampton Leftist is about. We all have that common feeling. And so I think the best way about doing so is number one, we need a general strike. Number two, we need to gather people in this country to push for these issues that we want fixed. That's what happened with the civil rights movement. That's what happened with the women's movement. So I don't think that we should rely on politicians. That being said, if you want to run for office and you really want to make change, I think the most effective way to do so is to run for local politics. It's running for mayor. It's running for city council, because I've actually seen people run for those positions, get those positions, and actually bring about big change, especially here in Boston. Marty Walsh made a lot of changes when he became mayor in Boston. Some good ones, some not so good ones, but he was able to implement change. So that's kind of where I am with electoral politics. And I just don't have a lot of faith in it anymore after things that I've seen over the past couple of years. I know some people, still feel strongly about Justice Democrats and getting progressives in and changing things from within the Democratic Party. I just don't think that that is actually going to work, because corporate Dems are still the majority. We would have to be the majority. And I just don't see that happening anytime soon. So curious, how do you guys still feel about it? All right, but today's news. So this has been driving me crazy. So you guys have probably noticed over the past couple of days, actually weeks now at this point, there has been this back and forth beef with TYT and Jimmy Dore. I usually don't get into this kind of thing, but this has been going on for a while, and now there's a serious accusation involved. So, I got to talk about it. So TYT, Anna Kasparian, has come out and has accused Jimmy Dore of sexual harassment. And Jimmy Dore has responded. Watch this.
So anyway, she's a self-pitying mean girl, and now she's falsely accusing me of something that didn't happen. So she sent me this DM. The last time she DM'd me was in April of 2016, watching you guys kick ass right now. Isn't that nice? She used to love our kick-ass show. So then she sent me this. She goes, I'm sure you remember when you constantly made inappropriate comments about how sexy you found me at work. Never happened. And even felt the need to ask me where I shop for my jeans so you can buy a pair for your wife. That sounds like a real scandal. Hey, where do you get those jeans? I would like to get a pair for my wife. Oh, this guy's sexually harassing me. Why are you harassing me? She said, that was followed by an apology card you wrote me for the degrading harassment I've been holding back. I've been holding back, letting you run your mouth nonstop as if you're some sort of warrior for what's good in the world. That's going to change. So what she's doing is she's threatening to blackmail me because I keep criticizing her journalism. So she didn't answer back with her journalism and defending her journalism. She said, I'm going to blackmail you. That's what they did. And they think that works. And the story she's referring to, what I gave her an apology card for, was I made a joke. I apologized for a joke. Now, I told you guys this last Friday. Anna, we used to always wear very short, revealing things, and I never said anything. And one day was super, to the point where she bent over in the middle of the studio and exposed herself. She exposed herself to the whole newsroom. And everybody's like, and I said, hey, Anna, nice news skirt. and everybody laughed, and they laughed a little too hard. So hard that she got embarrassed. And I was like, oh, like she got, it was like a little, and I was like, oh, shit. I didn't want to embarrass her that badly. So I felt badly. And she tried to insult me back, called me old man pants or whatever. I had to figure what she said. But it fell flat. And she was really embarrassed, right? So I wrote her a card the next day, and I said, hey, look, you don't ever have to worry about that happening again. I feel sorry for you. That was inappropriate of me. And you don't have to worry about that again. So, and I gave her a gift, and she said, "No, Jimmy, you don't have to worry about that." And she's like, "Oh, get out of here," like that. She just said like that. "Oh, get out of here," like a friend, because we were friends back then. She's, "Oh, get out of here," and that was it. And she took the gift I gave her, and that was it. She had forgiven me, and for my joke, not my harassment, a joke I made when she exposed herself. Now, Jen Huger's running around saying I was looking up her skirt, which I guess is a creepy way to say it. That's not what happened. Anna?
I'm just going to stop there for a second and pop out, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I know some people feel like, why didn't, Jimmy Dore just let this go? Why did he have to respond to it? It's just continuing the beef. But I disagree with that. And the reason being is because accusing someone of sexual harassment, that is a serious thing. So if he didn't respond to it, then people would have been complaining that he didn't respond to it. So I felt like him, being silent, that actually would have been worse. And number two, Anna is ridiculous. Like, why are you DMing him? The last time she DM'd him was 2016. Why are you DMing him again now about the, it's just, that almost sounds like a threat. Does that sound like a threat to you guys? Like she's threatening him? That's some scary stuff. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't disagree with Jimmy here. I know some people don't like Jimmy, but I don't disagree with him about, responding to this and calling this out. He has every right to defend himself. Now I'm going to show you, though, what Jimmy said about TYT, basically being hypocrites here. Watch this.
And now they're trying to pretend that they're holier than thou, right? Like that. It was so, I was disgusted. So if you know anything about the Young Turks, they were trying to be Howard Stern so bad, they were actually offensive to women. Do you want to see something that's actually offensive to women? Here's a segment they used to do all the time. They've scrubbed it now from the internet because Cenk ran for Congress, but this was a regular part of their show. Anna used to produce it and host it, and it was called Who's Camel Toe? So watch this.
I'd like to begin the entertainment segment by asking you to identify the camel toe.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we have obtained a photo of a celebrity's camel toe. It is a close-up, so I'm off the kids if they've never seen a gine. Let's go to the picture.
Gine.
Let's do a little close.
So they take a picture of a random celebrity, and then who's wearing tights or something, and then they start zooming in. Watch this.
Up. Who's camel toe?
Oh, for the love of God.
Take a wild guess.
All right, bring me back to the non-close-up. I've had enough with the close-up.
Because that's body shaming.
Interesting. Who is?
He's had enough of the close-up,
He's had
so he
enough
has to
of the
body shame.
that woman's vagina. That's what Cenk is saying.
What's that? Huh. Okay, I got it. I don't even know what sexy is. What is that? What is?
It's like saying sexy.
Oh, sexy. Okay, I got it. She seems to be a brunette from what I can see.
Pay attention to the surroundings.
Dance studio. Mm-hmm. She's got wide hips. Is she on Dancing with the Stars? All right. Is she on Dancing with the Stars?
This is a segment. This is
I
a
don't
new
know who's
segment.
on Dancing with the Stars.
It's right at the tip of your tongue, and you don't even know it.
I know, except I don't know who's on Dancing with the Stars. You
have to make a wild guess before.
Damn it! I don't know. I'll go Shannon Doherty.
Okay. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's camel toe.
Huh, that's interesting. Let me check that out.
Not only
again.
does she have rear, she has front butt as well.
Oh, of course. She's the one with the wide hips. Of course! Oh.
And she is on this season's Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, so I'm just going to stop there for a second. And I got to hear like the women comments on this. I do realize that my audience is like 90% male. I don't know why, but I've noticed that in my analytics. But for the women that watch my show, how does that make you feel watching another female point out and zoom in on another woman's camel toe? I'm just curious, like as a woman, like how does that make you feel? Do you think what Jimmy did was worse than what Anna just did with that camel toe? And not only that, but this was like a thing, apparently. This was like a thing that they did. And later on, they reveal who the person is. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? One more thing I want to show you.
That's the kind of thing they did on the regular. Now they've scrubbed the rest of them. I had to catch that from someone's tweet from a while ago. So this is them pretending now to be Margaret Dumont and be outraged. I know. Watch this.
So I want to be clear about something. I love our members, but I want to be clear about who we are and the kind of audience we want to foster, because this isn't just about building an audience, it's about building a movement. We want fighters beside us, and we want people who have the right ethics and morals to do this with us, right? If you watch that and you think there wasn't a big deal, I think that was totally fine. I don't want you in our audience.
She's talking about the story I just told you about her bending over in the studio and exposing herself, and me making that joke, hey, Anna, nice news skirt. That's all. That was it. She's saying, if you could watch him tell that story, don't watch my show. That's what she's saying. Watch it.
You are not part of what we're trying to do, because I don't want that toxicity. I don't want that culture as part of anything we do at TYT, whether it's internal in the office or external with our audience.
They're doing that on camera. They're doing that. Who's camel toe on camera? That's not what they're doing at the cafeteria before they.
All right, I'm gonna pop out. I'm trying my best to control like my laughter. Sorry, you guys, but wow, that is so hypocritical. That is so hypocritical. And if they didn't think that camel toe segment that they had was bad, then why did they erase it from the internet? Makes you wonder, huh? So a couple people on Twitter had some things to say about this, about TYT and their viewership, because a lot of us have noticed that their viewership has decreased. Some people are wondering, is TYT attacking Jimmy Dore because they're jealous of him? Could be a part of that. I mean, Jimmy does have a large, significant following. I enjoy Jimmy Dore's show. I don't enjoy TYT's show. But some people think that they're attacking Jimmy to get views. Let me show you what people have put on Twitter. This is really interesting. So Petty LaBelle, I love that name, by the way. She said, it is clear why TYT started a fight with Jimmy Dore. Now I'm gonna click on the first image here. And you can see this is like TYT's viewer counts for some of their other videos. 7,000 views, 24,000 views, obviously way more views than I have. So I can't be like, oh, that's low. But 16,000 views, so on, right? Okay. Then she posted their views for this video in particular. TYT responds to Jimmy Dore. 335,000 views. Huh? Interesting, huh? That's a huge difference. So maybe TYT is attacking Jimmy Dore for views because their viewership has declined. Let me show you a tweet from Jackson Hinkle. He actually addresses that. So Jackson Hinkle said, the Young Turks viewership is in fact declining. Their YouTube channel was averaging 2 to 4 million views per day before Force the Vote, and has since dropped to 600,000 to 800,000 views per day. This can't make TYT corporate investor Jeffrey Katzenberg happy. No wonder Jink is freaking out. Here's a chart that he put here, or a graph actually, and you can see the difference. If you look over here, October 2020, you can see they had like 4 million. Going into November 3rd, 4 million. And then around, there's a huge drop there. This is around the time of Force the Vote, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me in the comment section, but I believe that was around the time. And then going into November 3rd, December, see the difference? And now we are in June, so they have dropped significantly. So yeah, either way, the thing is this, I don't know if you guys still watch TYT. I don't watch TYT anymore. I haven't watched them for, it's been a while. And the reason being is because I feel like TYT, ever since they became corporate, their message has changed. I don't feel like they're real and authentic anymore. The Force the Vote thing definitely did hurt them. I didn't like what they said around that, and they tried to change their position. It was too late to get the viewers back. But I just, TYT to me is just, I think it's on its way down. And again, who am I, right? I mean, my channel isn't large, but at least I keep it real with you. I'm not going to tell you go vote for Hillary Clinton like they did. But it's very clear here that they definitely have some issues with Jimmy Dore. I don't know what it is about them, but one thing I've noticed is that everybody who has worked with TYT that has left to do their own show has issues with TYT. Jordan Charlton, Jimmy Dore, Dave Rubin. Well, I guess Dave Rubin is kind of understandable with that one. But why do they have issues with everyone that has left their show and has moved on to do their own thing? That tells me there's something with them, not those people. So these attacks are just, it's crazy. But at first, it was a little humorous. It was, kind of petty. But now when you're making a serious accusation about someone such as sexual harassment, that is a problem. And if that's, if what Jimmy says is true and Anna's lying, which she probably is, because she tends to do that, shame on you, Anna Kasparian, because there are people who have been actually sexually harassed in the workplace and have had to deal with a lot legally because of it. So if you're just saying that just so you can try to pull people away from Jimmy and pull them to TYT, then shame on you. That's just pathetic. It's unfortunate that this is what it has come to. I never thought I'd see TYT behave this way. Never thought I'd see them act like this. But this is just ridiculous.